have to put that shit up on there too. Oh, of course, but MP4, of course. What's going on? Why is it so slow? It's like fucking taking ages to like load. Okay, from my PC, let's get started with this shit. Can we like make this happen or not? Like, the quality of this is like taking ages to load right now. Kind of confused, taking so long. Okay, I'll get rid of this too. Exit. Write the script now as well. Hmm. Well, I guess I could just read the script. I don't even have to write the script. I can just read this shit. Right. Alright, then let's do it. So it appears that since the Taliban has been leaving. Fuck. I'll start again. So it appears that since the US withdrew from Afghanistan due to President Joe Biden's mandate, because he feels that the taxpayers are paying too much money for for these foreign countries. Fuck off. Trash too. So it appears that the Taliban is taking over the country of Afghanistan. Now, the history on this is that, if you guys want to know who the Taliban are they are fighters. They were removed from power in Afghanistan by US-led forces in 2001, but the group has been on the offensive in recent months and is now on the brink of seizing power again. So the U.S. Army is not completely withdrawn from Afghanistan because the withdrawal date is actually the 11th of September. Now, my main problem is going to be, my main issue with the withdrawal is why haven't they already rescued and evacuated all of the thousands of interpreters? Because those interpreters are going to be in trouble because they were the eyes and ears of the U.S. Forces and their allies. They tried to end the peace talks and direct talks with the U.S. back in 2018, and in February 2020, the two sides struck a peace deal in Doha that committed the U.S. to withdraw and the Taliban to preventing attacks on U.S. forces. Now the question is, what can really be done about this? If you look at the mountainous regions here yeah, in Afghanistan, it's very hard to supply an army. It's very hard to control a mountainous region like this because it's very hard to even traverse the mountain. Like, how are you gonna do it? You can traverse the mountain, but then there's gonna be guerrilla attacks. There's gonna be guerrilla attacks from Taliban fighters. There is going to be guerrilla attacks from Taliban fighters. These guys on this picture right here, the ones with the bandanas around their face and the AK-47s and the big ass, you know, machine guns, they're definitely very powerful. We haven't been able to control them. The U.S. hasn't been able to control them. The Russians weren't able to control them. I think it's time to just leave them alone because they're not going to be able to be controlled. Now, the Taliban leadership structure is they have a leader, Amir al Mumin, and then they have a political deputy that goes right underneath that. Then they have a deputy. Then they have another deputy. And they have a senior judge. He oversees the Taliban judicial structure, leads the negotiation team in Doha. So they have a very interesting structural leadership. The Taliban, they emerged in the early 1990s in northern Pakistan following the withdrawal of Soviet troops from Afghanistan. The Soviets couldn't control them, the Americans couldn't control them. From southwestern Afghanistan, the Taliban quickly expanded their influence in September 1995. They captured many provinces. They banned television, music, cinema. They even aren't allowing women to go to school. Like, they have human rights violations, cultural abuses. Like, this is why there's people scrambling to try to leave Afghanistan. You see, there's been something that has surfaced where the Afghanistan people are literally hoarding on a train, trying to stop the train from leaving. Very chaotic, There's, chaotic scenes. The government's collapsed. Like, diplomats are trying to be flown out of the country because as the Taliban ring is closing in, they're going to persecute and attack people that have been helping the U.S. forces for so long. It's kind of a tragedy, but not really, because these people knew what they were in for before they, did it. But um, yeah, it's very, very sad what's going on over there. I think the people that need to be protected by us, the governments of Europe and the governments of the US and stuff, and those other people, they need to protect those people that are trying to get out of the country. There's a lot of citizens in Kabul from foreign countries. There's German citizens, there's Dutch citizens, there's many European citizens there that, diplomats, people that are in, there is a consulate, there is a fucking immigration office there. I mean, it's crazy what's going on over there. The government isn't going to be able to control the area. There's no way they can control it. The Taliban have pretty much taken over the country. They've pretty much secured most of the country. There's a lot of human rights violations. The women over there, they don't have any rights, which is kind of crazy. The government's collapsed, man. Thousands are trying to escape. They're clinging onto planes. Like, that's chaos. Like, if you think, how is that plane even gonna get off the runway? They're fucking blocking the runway here. Like, they're completely blocking the runway, which is insane to think about. Considering just considering everything that's happened. How many years has the U.S. government tried to help these people in these countries? And it appears that the government of the U.S. and all these other people, they weren't really trying to help them. They don't really care about these people. It's just that they are, they kind of, they're disposable. They're not that interesting. They're not that important. Man, these people are fearing for their lives. Like, really fearing for their lives right now. Wow, it's insane what's going on over there. It's insanity. It's insane. Like, it's not normal what's happening here. But the media is portraying this as the Taliban is bad and they're bad and they're bad and they're bad. I don't know. It's hard to really analyze the situation. What can really be done? I mean, they can try to protect the people that need to be protected, that deserve their protection, but I think that everybody deserves their protection there. Everybody deserves their protection over there. You know, these people are getting prosecuted by these Talibans for like their whole life. We need to do something about this. What are we going to do about this? Probably nothing. Biden's not going to do anything. Well, he can't do anything. There's not a lot of things he can do. But why now? It's kind of crazy that this is happening right now. It's quite wild. Now that you mention it, man, like, what are these people gonna do? The interpreters are gonna die. Citizens are gonna be prosecuted. People that helped the American government over these years are gonna be killed or worse. But they're not gonna give them a slap on the wrist. Just like they're not gonna just give them a slap on the wrist. It doesn't work like that. It's not that simple. Like, really isn't that simple. Man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say about it either. You guys should watch the documentary on it. It's on YouTube. But anyways, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about this video. Cool. Alright, time to actually edit this video. Let's see. So that's 1 minute and 39 seconds. Well, we're definitely gonna have to have We're gonna go with what duration for like 60 times 5. That's like 300 seconds, which is 5 minutes. Cool. Then I'll put another picture up in here. This one. There you go. Sword. They love America. We love America. This is my latest one. I need to show in the folder. Um, yeah, it's this one. How long is it? Well, we do want it to be in not there. Okay, just put it in documents. Desktop will do fine. Uh, Man, like, what are these people gonna do? The interpreters are gonna die. Citizens are gonna be prosecuted. So it appears crazy that this is happening right now that you mention it. Man, like, interpreters are gonna die. That helped the American government over these years are gonna be killed or worse. Just like they're not gonna just give them a slap on the wrist. It doesn't work like that. It's not that simple. Like, really isn't that simple. Man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say about it either. You guys should watch. Well, which discard? Okay, we'll just go back. We need this to be longer. 220 seconds. Either. You guys should watch the documentary on it. It's on YouTube. But anyways, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about this video. I'm out. We need to cut like 3 seconds off or something like that. Cut 3 seconds off.
برام بده
I'm trying. That was a pretty quick video. I didn't even have to write a script. Yeah, I don't care, man. It is what it is. These videos aren't gonna go anywhere. Let's see, export to yet? Not yet.
Is going to be between 6 and maybe up to 7,000 personnel. How long have we got to do it? We don't really know. And so every day we are working as hard as we can to put as many forward into this pipeline as we possibly can. Clearly, there is a dynamic political situation running across the city. We make no assumptions about that, other than that we really can't afford to pause and wait.
I assume that not everybody who wants to get out, Afghans who work for the British, for example, are at the airport now. How are you going to get them from where they are in Kabul, elsewhere, into the airport, with the Taliban now in control?
So much of that journey actually is for them to undertake. It's quite obvious that the Taliban now have this.
Key part because they were the eyes and to make a thumbnail for this video.